This is the one to watch.
Time now to join Jason, Marcella, and of course Bob and Bob for this week's Delicious.
Sparkling sapphires in the television tiara, the shimmering stars of your entertainment week. Please welcome your oh-so-delicious hosts, Jason Bradbury and Marcel Dupre.
Hello and welcome to another glittering episode of Delicious. And sadly, to the last one in the present series.
But don't worry, because I happen to know we've got a fabulously wonderful television-lickingly oh-so-delicious show for you today.
The groovy dodgy will be playing for us live later on in the show.
Yes! But that's not it. Matthew Lilly's here, alias Rob from Home and Away.
And of course, the lovely Flair's here, chilling out with the girls, because that's how we like it, isn't it, girls? No lie.
Yeah. Well, what about the boys? Our man Darren here is representing the boys with a stomach of steel, ladies. Oh, goodness. Anyway, you might have noticed that the audience is divided most definitely into boys on the one side, let's hear it, boys! And girls on the other. The reason for that... The reason for that is we've got a very special his and hers squeeze your squid today, where we're not just going to have two contestants winning prizes, but one of the boys is going to win presents for all the guys. And there's going to be a girl playing for prizes for the girls. One thing that hasn't changed is the way we select our contestants. That's down to Yum Yum.
And more to come, but now it's time to go over to DNA and Bob, those men in the know, for some more showbiz news.
This is DNA, and we've got some summertime special spooky oohs.
We're talking ghosts.
Boo! I'm frightened, Bob.
Don't worry, Bob, it's only Casper, the ghostly hero of Mr. Steven Spielberg's spooky summer offering, which has stormed the box office in the US and is set to spurt its way across the Atlantic.
Stina Ricci plays the part of Cat Harvey, who moves into haunted house Whipstaff Manor with her father, self-styled ghost therapist Dr. James Harvey.
Cat befriends the lonesome Casper, who, far from being frightening, displays some real fine phantom feelings.
But not all ectoplasm is out to please, namely in the shifting shapes of Stretch, Stinky and Fatso, Casper's dysfunctional spectral uncles, whose table manners are transparently terrible. Believable.
Well, believe that that's your lot from DNA. This has been Bob.
And more Bob.
Right, well, he's from the Bay and he can fix my sink any day. Please welcome to Delicious, Matthew Lilly. You brought your fan club along with you?
Oh, no, I think they were just here.
I think we've got 100 mothers in the audience myself. Now, can I pretend you're Rob for 5 minutes? Because,
all right, then.
All right, Rob, my heart's going out to you. I mean, how are you coping at the moment?
Not very well at all.
I mean, Roxy, this Roxy, she's evil. Isn't she evil, girl?
Oh, no. Is she?
What's she doing to you?
Well, she's making my life a bit of hell, yeah, at the moment, but she's not too bad. She, you know, I think she's a good girl deep down, but she's just trying to find herself, I think.
Well, my heart's going out to you, but let's see how you're really coping.
Oh, the look on her face was priceless when I told her we were back on together.
Oh, well, thanks a lot. Roxy leaves, and 5 minutes later, broken-hearted Rob's already onto someone else. No wonder Irene thinks I've got the emotional depth of a puddle.
Typical male.
Maybe we should put her out of misery before she organises a lynch mob.
We could, or we could string her along for a bit. Add some excitement to her life. What do you say?
gives me the impression that you're a bit of a womanizer.
Does
that
it really?
True?
Well, the thing was, when Rob and Roxy sort of break up, Rob is very sad for a while there and plays a solitary man sort of thing. But Donna is an old girlfriend, and they decide to play a little trick on Irene, and that was what that clip was about.
So, but does anything develop from that, you know, do things hot up?
It gets pretty close, but I think I'll let the viewers out there watch it.
Now, you're in Home and Away. You play an art teacher. What are Australian schools like, though? Because, like, you used to be in Heartbreak High. Schools?
Oh,
what
schools. Schools, well, Heartbreak High probably doesn't give you a really good example. I mean, that's a bit of a mad school, but I think there's a couple that are like that, very much like that. But
yeah.
I guess they'd probably be pretty much the same as here. You got your boys' schools, your girls' schools, and then you got your co-ed schools, and that's the ones I went to. Because
yeah. Because you're a knocker.
That's right, and I love the girls.
And you're going to be in England as well for quite a while,
That's
aren't you?
right,
What
yes.
are you going to be getting up to?
After I'm settled in and everything, I want to have a good look around and see a few sights. Actually, today I was at Trafalgar Square, which is a fantastic place. I've never been there before,
Loads
of course.
of pigeons.
Pigeons, absolutely, pigeons. You've got to watch it.
Yeah, just kind of umbrella.
Yeah.
And also, all these girls in the audience and myself, we all want to know, have you got a girlfriend? He's got to say no.
I don't actually, no.
Thanks for coming to Delicious.
My pleasure. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Now it's time for some more Pearls of Wisdom and Words from the Wise.
Words from the wise.
When I had breakfast this morning, I dropped a piece of bread on the floor and it landed butter side down. So you know the best thing to do is drop the bread, then butter it. I suppose you could always, like, butter the floor and then just throw the bread down. Or you could butter both sides and, you know, who cares?
Delicious.
Noise! Make some noise! The lads! Oh, yeah, we're picking up now things. I mean, I'm with the guys, as you can see, hanging out with homeboys. We're sort of a bit of man talk going on. Because obviously later on in Squeeze Your Squid, it's the guys versus the girls.
Yeah, and the girls are going to win.
There is no way these guys are going to let that happen, and I'll tell you why, because girls have all kinds of weaknesses. They do, they have all kinds of weaknesses. Tell us, what's one of the girls' weaknesses that you know?
They spend far too much time in the bathroom.
It's a good point.
No.
He makes a good point.
Time out. I'm not having that.
They can't dance.
Yeah. Actually, I think she's right. What about you, my man? Come on.
They just can't throw cricket balls.
Absolutely, girls cannot throw.
Well, who wants to throw a cricket ball? Anything else?
Well, they've got smelly feet.
Yes, you
I don't think they do, actually. I'm a smell geezer. No, I don't smell.
Anyway, listen, Jason, us girls haven't got time for this, OK? Because we'll just meet you after in the game and we're going to win, aren't we?
Yeah, right.
Well, now on Delicious, it's time to go over and meet some teenage tycoons. They're young, they're successful, they're the teeny tycoons. Teeny tycoon number 1 is 16-year-old Mark Murphy from Chelmsford. When he leaves the classroom, he runs his own advertising business.
Well, I've always been interested in business from quite an early age. I did small things like selling drinks at hockey matches and things like that. Then when I started doing a sandwich board as a Saturday job, saw there might be a market there, so I just went for it from there. What I want you to do is basically just walk up and down the high street, try and keep in the middle where most people can see you. Don't walk too close to each other. I now have about 12 people working for me doing sandwich boards and one person who manages everything in Chelmsford.
What time's lunch?
Oh, your lunch break's 1 o'clock till 2 o'clock. Yeah, yours is 1:30 till 2:30. Your board's only 3 hours, so it doesn't have a break. So I work for 3 hours? Yeah.
And what's your turnover like?
Yeah, it's quite good. It's been improving at quite a healthy rate. I don't like to say too much because Taxman might be watching, so...
Teeny tycoon number 2 is Badisha, a 16-year-old who has always dreamt of being a journalist, and now she's actually publishing her very own magazine called Girl Power that will be out later this year.
There really is something lacking in the market. We're appealing to both music audiences and people who are going to be reading women's magazines.
Was it easy to get the magazine off the ground, being so young? Did people take you seriously?
I think at first they might have been a bit sceptical, but people understood that it was for young girls. And I was sitting there talking about it, it seemed more convincing than a group of corporate older people trying to sell a magazine for young people.
Badisha works on the magazine every day when she gets back from school with her business partner, Susan Corrigan.
I think it looks a bit too much like Take a Break or something like that. If you know that.
Yeah.
Who decides what stories go in and which don't?
Principally Susie and myself. It's like a normal magazine with freelance contributors. They phone up with their own ideas, send us synopses. If we like it, we give them the go-ahead and they have a certain amount of time to do it.
So far, the first edition has cost £10,000 to put together, including advertising and distribution. Who's sponsoring the magazine?
We've got Time Out distributing it for us, and we're lucky with them because we're allowed a pretty large degree of our own autonomy.
Okay, good.
Teeny Tycoon number 3 is sharp-suited 11-year-old entrepreneur Tom Hartley. He sells cars, big, expensive cars, and turns over more than £1 million a year.
Tom.
Thank you. There's the car.
Right.
It's lowest. It's got the Sportline suspension. What's lower? 18-inch alloys, air conditioning, leather, cruise control. First car was a Porsche 911 Carrera 2. I bought that for £52,000 and sold it 3 days later for £55,000. Air conditioning, twin airbags, front armrests. I like cars because I like the thrill of the deal. Well, it's 44. Do you want the deal?
I do indeed, Mr. Hartley. Thank you very much.
Tom's such a successful salesman that his dad, Tom Sr., who owns a luxury car dealership worth a staggering £27 million a year, has taken him out of school. His old uniform has been replaced by a wardrobe of designer suits, and he now has his own personal tutor. By the time he's 14, he will be running the business by himself.
Good evening, Tom Hartley. Can I help, please? Yes, it's Tom Hartley Jr. speaking at the moment. What model is the Bentley, sir? Okay, put the cars down to Tom Hartley. Have your name and address, please. I think some of my friends are like a bit jealous, but they're still my friends. I think they like me just the way I am, really. I think they're just a bit jealous.
So if you want to make it in the business world, all you need is a little bit of determination and you could be sitting in the lap of luxury. Well, you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? Well, I tell you what, they're not soft because they're going to be making a bit of money in a few years. But now it's time to sort out the girls from the boys. And the girls are going to win all the prizes hidden on Treasure Island.
Let's be honest, we really don't know at this stage who's going to represent the boys and who's going to represent the girls. Come on, let's have some hands. Who wants to do it? Who's going to represent the boys? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be you? Maybe even... What about the girls? What about the girls? Is it going to be you? I tried and I tried. I said, please let me pick the person for the final Squeeze Your Squid, but they said no because they knew I'd pick 2 boys. That is the job of our strawberry-coated contestant selector. It's the one and only Yum Yum! Oh, there you go. The decision has been made. You two are representing your gender. It's boys v girls in his and hers. Squeeze your squid. OK, this is his and hers. Squeeze your squid. Today's his.
Garrett.
Gary, nice to see you, my man. And today's her?
Kim.
OK, let's hear it for Gary and Kim. As you know by now, his and her Squeeze Your Squid is slightly different to the normal Squeeze Your Squid in that these two aren't walking away with prizes themselves. Gary's winning them for the boys! And Kim is going to win them for the girls! The rules, however, are the same as ever. In the treasure chest there are some prizes, but of course loads and loads of prizes because they're all for the audience. The way you get there, very simple. Squeeze your squid, pass or play, choose a chest, pick a prize or grab a crab. Do you understand that? Well, don't worry if you didn't, because it'll all be obvious when we play the game. So let's go. You ready?
Yep.
Here's the first question, and good luck to both of you. Which actress starred in Pretty Woman and the Pelican Brief? I think you were there, Kim.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts is the right answer. The girls are getting excited. They could be about to win a prize. Which chest? Oh no! Are you gonna play? You're putting me off. Are you gonna play or pass?
Play.
She's going for the play. This could be it. Which chest are you gonna open?
4.
4. Darren, do the honours. What's inside? It's a crab. The boys are happy with that result, but don't worry, plenty of time to win some prizes. Next question. What is Fred Flintstone's wife called? Gary was definitely there. What's the answer?
Wilma.
Wilma is the right answer. Well done to the boys. Are you going to pass or play?
Gonna play.
He's going to play which number?
3.
Open chest 3, please, Darren. It's another crab. It's another crab. Next question. This is getting very scary indeed. Who's the star of the film Richie Rich?
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin's the right answer. It's getting very tense in here. Are you going to pass or play?
Play.
Play which one?
2.
2. Open chest 2. Inside is some water pistols for the guys. State of the art water pistols. One of those goes to every member of the audience that's male. OK, next question. What is the title of Take That's latest single? He's straight on the ball there. Gary.
Back for good.
Correct! Gary's straight in there. You've got to think carefully. You could already lose what you've won. Are you going to play or pass?
I'll play.
He's going to play. Which one?
5.
5 is the chest to open as Darren does so. We see some tickets. But not just any tickets, boys. Tickets to an exclusive, delicious screening, a VIP screening of a fabulous summer film, a blockbuster at Planet Hollywood's private cinema. Who told you to get ready to rumble? What's the answer?
Anton Deck.
Anton Deck, yes! Could the girls be going home with something tonight, is the question on everyone's lips.
1.
Play or pass?
Number 1.
Number 1, she's playing. Let's have a look. T-shirts! Some fabulously fashionable T-shirts. The T-shirts to be seen in this summer. One for every single female member of the audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. And especially well done to our 2 contestants. You got the T-shirts there, Kim and Gary. You got the water pistols, but best of all, the tickets. Well done, everyone. That was his and hers Squeeze Your Squid. Now it's over to Gary Bottle, who's somewhere on the streets of Britain. Gary, take it away.
Oh, yes! Young Stephen Webb, all the way from lovely Cheshire. He wrote in and he said, I want to be famous. Let me hear you say it.
I want to be famous.
I can't hear you.
I want to be famous!
All right, I'm not deaf. Well, this is a big one. It's a big one, and I'm going to start with the facts. And where better to find the facts on fame than in the very heart of London's West End? Start the clock of clocks. We're here in the very throat of Theatreland with Agent John Knoll, stage door. Johnny, take that pipe out of your mouth and answer me. Young Stephen here, he wants to be rich and he wants to be famous and he wants it now.
Well, he's going to have to be patient because in this country the maximum you can earn is £50 per performance.
Whoa, that is a great big fiscal fact that you will not need a Swiss bank account. You will not need a large piggy bank because if you're a child actor in this country, the money is tightly regulated. But again, 1 and 2. And who better to assess Stephen's burgeoning talent than Jeff Garrett, top West End choreographer. Jeff, what are the chances of cracking it into the big time?
Well, it's very, very tough. We're working on some audition steps for the musical Oliver. We've already had 4,000 children apply, and we can only take a handful each time, so very competitive.
Whoa, what a fact that there is a 1 in 150 chance of stardom. But, Stephen, don't be deterred. Show Jeff what you can do. What you go on that, then?
Well, not bad. I think he should try and get an audition. Next.
What, Mr. Theatre Director, can you tell Mr. TV Gary what you're looking for in all your lovely auditions?
Well, it is a very tall order. The children involved in this show, they have to be able to sing very well, dance excellently, and act superbly, which, under the pressure of performing 8 shows a week, is a rather tricky one.
Right, that's a dickens of a fact that to be Oliver, you have to act, sing, dance, project your voice, and have 2,400 people every night hanging on your every single word.
That's providing the schoolwork doesn't suffer.
Hang on, you're not telling me you have to add up to sing and dance?
No, but if you're under the age of 13, you can only perform for 40 days in the year. The rest of the time, you have to make sure that your academic studies are not suffering.
Whoa, and that's another fact, that even if you are talented enough to make it, The law of the land says you can only make it on a part-time basis until you're old enough to leave school. Next!
Excuse me, that's my job.
On a beautiful day that I dream about, in a world I would love to see, there's a beautiful place.
But the question is, can young Stephen consider himself part of the family?
We've taken to you! So strong, it's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself well in. Consider yourself part of the furniture.
Yes, the final fact is that young Stephen Webb is Oliver. So it's Ali, Hallelujah and hurrah, clock, tick, ni more. Well, champ, how's it feel to be a star?
No comment, oink. Speak to my agent.
Yes, this little Ollie is speechless with the joy of human springiness. And that is how it should be. And once again, the miracle that we call television has saved the earth from certain doom, and you can go about your business in peace.
Well, yeah, that is all we've got time for. But now it's time for the fabulous Dodgy with their brand new single, Staying Out for Summer.
I'm staying out for the summer, playing games in the rain. The hills and the fortune got me fooled again. You see, I work in a factory, I don't wanna be late. I got my debts to pay for, we're gonna have to wait. If I ever see you again, I will tell you why. I was low and insecure, I didn't want to make you cry. But my good's turned bad, and it's just my luck that you're not on my side. So what happens now? Where did you go with these feelings I hide? Staying out for the summer. I've had enough of climbing, walking out of a mess. They got me working all hours, I ain't gained nothing yet. If I ever see you again, I will tell you why. I was low and insecure, I didn't want to make you cry. My good's turned bad, and it's just my luck that you're not on my side. So what happens now? Where did you go with these feelings I ride? I'm staying out for the summer.
Well, as I said, that was the last Delicious for a while, but next Friday at 10 to 5, something equally tasteful, it's Art Attack. Now, for a look at what else is happening.
Welcome. No. Oh, I don't believe this one. Welcome. Exactly. Welcome. Look at this.
I am your magic
It can't be.
dream being.
Of course it is.
You'd better behave yourself.
No hankies. We're crazy.
Welcome.
Have a good weekend. I'll be back on Monday. Bye for now.